Guys, welcome back. Traversal ENT in the building, guys. Let's get straight to it. Right. Let's take a look at this fight, right? This Derek Chisora, Joseph Parker fight. This fight has lacked a little bit of promotion. I mean, they have promoted the fight a bit, but it hasn't caught fire only because there's so much happening around other fighters who are more relevant, who are more significant, like some of the heavyweights, for example. That all of the news has come out about the Joshuas, the Furies, and the Wilders has overshadowed anything else, to be honest with you. With that being said, this is still a fight that's happening, and it's still a good fight. David Chisora versus Joseph Parker. But here's my problem with the fight, right? I don't like what I'm hearing from David Chisora already, which is what? Joseph Parker's 100% going to run in this fight. He's definitely going to run in this fight. You sound like an idiot when you speak like that. Because boxing is about hit and not getting hit. So, of course, Joseph Parker is going to be moving around. His job is not to stand there on the ropes, let you knock him out like you did Carlos Takam. Or let you hit him with hard shots like you did Dillian White. Or let you knock him out like you did Arthur Spilka. Joseph Parker is not going to stand there and give you the shot you're looking for, Derek Chisora. So you saying, oh, he's 100% going to run, you sound really silly. You almost sound like the opponents that used to fight Floyd Mayweather and say, oh, Floyd's going to run. Well, if you know what someone's going to do, why don't you train to take that away from the person? Isn't that what you're supposed to do? If you know what an individual's going to do in a fight, train to take that away from the person. Don't go into the fight hoping that he doesn't do it. That's honestly. So when I hear Derek Chisora speaking like that, I don't like hearing him talk like that. Because it's like you don't have an answer for if he moves around. The very same thing that got you beat against Alexander Usyk. Now, like granted, when he fought Usyk, he fought a smaller man. Derek Chisora was in charge up until he blew out of steam. And then once that happened, it became very critical for Derek Chisora, right? When Derek Chisora ran out of steam, it became critical for him, meaning he was getting hit with shots that will take a man's career out, that will take a man's life away if he gets hit multiple times with shots like that. He literally started looking like Apollo Creed in Rocky. When Derek Chisora's out of steam and he can't even raise his hands to defend his face, it's not a pretty sight at that point. All you're seeing is a boxer getting punished because he can't handle a mover and he's out of steam. So it was you let people down because David Haye had praised you as the best shape he's seen you in, but yet you ran out of steam. He also said, war Chisora, but you ran out of steam. So what are you expecting? That Joseph Parker's going to give you the shot you're looking for? You see how foolish this sounds. Anyway, another concern I have for Derek Chisora is what he said before, and I've covered this in one of my previous videos of Derek, when he says he will only retire from the sport when he sees that he can't get up anymore, he can't tie his laces anymore, or he can't speak properly no more. My problem with that is, when you reach that stage, it is already too late. The damage means it's done. If you're that bad, it means the damage is done. That's too late to decide to retire. Then you're already damaged, already brain damaged to that extent. And I do think if Derek Chisora takes that type of punishment that he took against Usyk in the later rounds when he had no steam, he should hang him up. If that's the punishment he's going to take in this fight. Granted, Derek Chisora still gets paid pretty decent for the fights he has because Derek Chisora knows how to make noise. And he's a very controversial character that people will watch him. So you'll get paid at the expense of your health. That's not a good trade-off. To become like Adonis Stevenson with millions, that's not a good trade-off. Better you keep your health and not have them millions than you be like Adonis and not have health. That's not a good trade-off. So, what is my prediction on the fight? That's why I've titled this video No Excuses. I don't want to hear excuses from Derek Chisora if he loses because Joseph Parker moved and beat him on the latter half of the fight. I don't want to hear it. What is my prediction for the fight? I'm predicting Derek Chisora is going to get knocked out, guys. That's my prediction for this fight. I predict Joseph Parker will knock out Derek Chisora in the latter half of the fight. Joseph Parker knows how to close the show when he sees that you're hurt. When he sees that Derek is hurt, Joseph will press on the pedal and he will take Derek Chisora out of there. I don't believe for one single second that on the final parts of Derek's career, because he's at the end stage of his career, that he's all of a sudden going to develop stamina that he's never had. Not at all. I think when it gets to round 6, 7, 8, it starts to become a complete Joseph Parker fight. By round 9, 10, Joseph Parker should be able to get Derek Chisora out of there when Derek runs out of steam. The fight will be competitive up until Derek runs out of steam. That's my prediction. If Derek Chisora can get to Joseph Parker's body early and put in some work, he will slow Joseph Parker down to give himself an opportunity to headhunt. But if Derek Chisora goes and tries to headhunt Joseph Parker straight off the bat, I don't see Derek Chisora winning this fight at all. Right? Derek's best strategy is to go for the body, weaken Parker, take his legs away, then headhunt. Right? Joseph Parker simply has to box Derek into the latter half of the fight and then punish him, take him out of there. So that's my prediction on the fight. Let's see what happens. It's heavyweight boxing. Anything can happen, right? Will I watch the fight? Of course I'm going to watch the fight. Why not? Traversal ENT giving it to you lot as I always do. Make sure you hit the like button, set your notifications, comment down below, give me your prediction of the fight and who do you see winning. And also, bear in mind, for me, this is a career-ending fight. So if Derek loses, big pay is pretty much done for him. Fighting big pay for big pay is pretty much done for him if he loses this fight. Because he'll get fights, but they're not going to pay him crazy money. He's not going to get them big pays anymore, I don't think. He is a prize fighter, as David Hay did say. But if you lose this one, your purse will start significantly dropping. If Joseph Parker loses this fight, it's not good for Parker at all. But I do believe top guys would fight Parker, whereas I don't think top guys will fight Derek Chisora because he doesn't do anything for them. Whereas if you've got Parker on your CV, that's a good name to have. So if Parker loses, yeah, it's not a good look for Parker, but he will still get fights because he's still a name that people would like to have on a CV. Whereas if Derek loses, Derek becomes irrelevant to anyone significant in boxing. Derek will then have to start fighting guys on the come-up who are dangerous. He will have to start fighting guys like Daniel Dubois of this world. So that's what I think. Let me leave it at that. Traversal ENT signing out. We'll be back when the fight is over to see how I done with my prediction, yeah? Peace out.